I don't have a stand. So I'm taking my Orcust deck and I'm going to do some test hands. We're going to have some fun. I was testing a new card in it and I wasn't sure how I liked it yet, so I'm not going to put that in there. But what we're going to do is we're going to do some test hands. I'm going to set up the field so you guys can kind of get an idea. This is just on my work table. It's clean. So you guys aren't, like, for anybody that's like, oh, you don't have a mat. I'm just lazy and I don't want to get it out. So I guess I have the Team Sam one. Hold on. Let me get that. Hold on. All right, so okay, so we're gonna put this in the deck zone and extra deck. All right, so it won't let me rotate the device, but that's okay. So let's check out what we got. We got a brick, a decent card, another brick, reasoning, Harpoor. Okay, so this hand actually equals combo in the weirdest way possible, but I don't have a dice, so we will use reasoning. But let's pick the number that we don't want hit. So this deck, the main card level that you don't want hit is anything level 4. So we're going to call 4. So if we hit anything that's other than 4, we hit a 4. Well, that stinks. But it will allow us to do some really wonky stuff. So we have 2 ways we can do this combo. But now that we have Harp and Grave, we actually don't even need the Harp in hand. So right now, the only cards we need in hand are going to be these 3. This is just an extra filler card, so we're going to keep that in hand. Let's see what we can pull off. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the Harp and Graves effect, banish, to special a symbol skeleton. Okay, so we're going to summon the symbol skeleton off of the harp, and then we're going to normal summon our cloak and special summon our boots, and special summon boots here. We'll use Mecha Hornet drones to go there, which we will use into a Link Karibo. An effect monster, important. So we're then going to use Link Karibo and Symbol Skeleton to go into Galate. Then, This is going to be a combo where we're going to end with a different kind of board than I normally want to go for. So we're going to shuffle that back in because we're not going to use the summon sword play, and we're going to set we're going to activate a Babel. So then what we're going to do is we're going to link boots and Galte to go into Rusty Bardiche. And then we'll use Bardiche's effect to send another cloak to send a... Oh no. Shade Brigadine. We went dark. Sorry, guys. So this is our hand. We'll put our hand up there for now. So we're going to set that. Then we're going to banish this to... Or no, we'll use the Bardiche to set a Fog Blade. So use Bardiche to set Fog Blade, because that's powerful. And then we'll use Cloak to add Brigadine. Then we'll use Symbol Skeleton to summon Galte back. So you want it co-linked because of raisins. It doesn't actually matter. You don't have to do that. And then let's see here. So we've got Galte and Boots. So we're going to then use Galte and Boots to Lungirsu. Then we'll banish Boots to add another Fog Blade. And then you can just set and pass. So you're ending a board with a Bardiche, Lungirsu with the quick effect. But the quick effect, unfortunately, is not live. But you do have a Harpoorer in hand, so you have ways to at least start next turn, and you've got a pretty strong board where people are going to be like, well, you have 2 negates and a free summon. So those are pretty powerful ways to end a board. But let's see what we can pull off with hand number 2. Alright, let's see what we can pull off. So, we've pulled Cloak, Blade. We've opened a very bad hand. We've opened a very, very bad hand. So what you'll do in this instance is use Instant Fusion to go into Millenniumize Restrict. Then you'll normal your Cloak, link 2, into Underclock. Use your Cloak to summon to add Brigadine. Then you'll activate Brigadine. So the field looks like this. So then you link these two. We'll flip it so I can actually see what I'm doing. So you link these two into Brigadine. So since you have a Fog Blade in hand, you only have to send a Boots. The Boots. So what you're ending with is just going to be a lie to your opponent, because you unfortunately opened the wrong engine, and you opened the majority of it. So what you'll want to do in that instance where you'll open things like just extenders and no target is you want to set your board in a way that's inconspicuous so your opponent has no idea what you're playing. Um, Unfortunately, you do run 4 Phantom Knight cards, so you're going to just have 2 Fog Blades down, and with this hand, a called. But that's it. I mean, you're not ending the most powerful board in the world, but you're ending a board that you can actually work with. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten combo yet. I did first game. In hindsight, I just activated things in the wrong order, and what are you gonna do? But I didn't think I'd open both cloaks both times. Well, multiple times today. I'm just not having a good luck with 2 cloaks, but I mean, it's almost to the point where I want to run 3 in 1, but then if I open boots, the cloak is useless. It's one of those, like, screwed if I do, screwed if I don't situations, so let's see what we can pull off. Let's see. Summoner Monk, Orchestrator Return, so we have combo right now in hand. As long as we don't open both cloaks, which we didn't, so we actually opened a really good hand. So what you do is, and you guys have seen this combo if you watch the deck profile, normal summon Summoner Monk, which will switch the defense mode, and then you'll pitch one of your Orchestrator Returns, which will give you a free summon into Harp, and then you link 2 into Harp, into Galti, and then you just go through your plays, which is Galti, and then you use Harp Horror to summon Symbol Skeleton. Then you link those 2 into Summon Sorceress, and you use Symbol Skeleton to summon Galti back. And then you use Galti's effect to shuffle Symbol Skeleton back into deck, get Babble, so on and so forth. So the combo is super linear, and there's a lot of ways to do it. The deck isn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It can brick. Its bricks are really hard to play through, but you can bluff what you're playing. You can bluff that you're running Dark Warrior and you're not. You can bluff that you're playing Phantom Knights and you're not. You can do a lot of different things that will just lie to your opponent and tell them, hey, this is what I'm playing, even though you're not, which is nice. It's always nice when you can lie to your friends. So I opened Boots, Fogblade, Allure, Brigadine, and Summoner Monk. So in this situation, you have to go the Summoner Monk route, because you want to get that final Fogblade out of deck, and you can thin your deck down a lot just going through the plays the normal way. It kind of stinks that we've opened 3 of our Phantom Knight cards, so there are a total of 7 in the deck. And I opened 3. I don't know what the odds of that are. It's 40 cards. It's almost to the point where I'm about to say I'm going to cut it down to 1 and 1. But then if you open the boots or the cloak, it's a brick. And when you open both, it's a super brick. So having 2 just gives you more flexibility. And you could always allure and just kind of go for the cheeky play and say, hey, I don't need this cloak or these boots right now, because these boots are useless. You could do that. So last test hand, and then I'm going to call it a day. And this is by far the worst hand I've ever opened. 2 Harp, 2 Cloak, and a Fogblade. Maybe the deck isn't shuffled enough? I don't know. I'm going to try power shuffling, because that's 3 times today that I've opened double Harp, double Cloak, and a random trap card. Let's see what we can pull off. I love the combos this deck can do, because you can end some really wonky boards and really just disrupt your opponent's plays. At the regional, I played Crusadia, as I said in a video. And Crusadia is going to be really powerful soon, but like I'm predicting the next triangle format. I think it's actually going to be a 4. I think we're going to get something similar to Duelist Alliance format here in the next few months, where we're going to have Salamangrates, which is like the control deck and the resource deck. We're going to have Orcust, which is like the board control OTK deck. I think we're going to also have Crusadia Mech Knights, which are going to be the hardcore, like, aggressive deck. And then I think we're going to have one other deck, but I don't know what that deck's going to be. I think we're going to have a 4th deck. Probably Thunder Dragons or Sky Strikers, one or the other. I think Altergeists is finally going to get the hammer. I think it's going to be something coming out of the Windworks. Definitely. It's craziness to think about that. I think we're going to finally get another Duelist Alliance format after the year of OT or FTKs. I think we'll finally get it, which will be nice. Ooh. 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 Okay, so I have combo in hand and protection, and targeting protection, and a brick. So here's the brick. This you want to summon out of deck with Summon Sork. You do not want to open this unless you open Orchestrated Return. That's why I only run it at 2. I see a lot of profiles like, no, this card needs to be a 3 of. This card does not need to be a 3 of in this deck. And hello, whoever has joined us. I can't see anything. So, here's the hand. It's Summoner Monk, 2 Called by the Grave, Wonder Wand, World Wand, whatever the fuck thing is called, and Orchestrated Core. So here's what we're going to do. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to summon your Summoner Monk. I wish I had some way to hold this. I might. Hold on. Let's get crafty, lads. Nope, it's not going to work. Okay. Okay. So then we'll use Summoner Monk's ability to pitch a Called by the Grave to summon, and I'm just going to keep my deck upside down because I have one hand to do all this with. Props off to any player that doesn't, anybody that plays this game with only one hand, like whether it be because of a broken arm or you were born only one-handed, like more power to you. Like that's amazing. So you're going to take these two and you're going to link them into Galaxy. And then, so I got a question, personal message to me. I'm not going to out you, but the reason you want to use Galaxy's effect later in the combo is to make sure that your Harpoor stays alive for your big bomber play. Something else I've noticed that if this was instead of Called by the Grave, if this was Instant Fusion, this is actually a lot better in some instances because you can pitch the Instant Fusion and keep the Called by the Grave, or if you open double Instant Fusion, because there's only 2 in the deck now, you want to summon Galaxy on the left. And the reason you want to summon her over here is you'll be able to use Instant Fusion to summon the Millenniumizer Strict right here. And then, now you'll use your Harpoor. We banish him to... Doing this one-handed is really hard. Simple Skeleton. So, now you've got these two. You're going to link them away into the Sorceress of Our Dreams. And then you're going to use Simple Skeleton to summon Galaxy back. Then you're going to use Galaxy's effect, shuffling Symbol back in, to set a Babel, which you're going to just activate. We're going to throw it up here just so we know it's live. Up at the top, this is my hand. I'm going to pull this back over here for now, because we're not going to really go back into it a whole lot. Next, we're going to target to summon, which I only have one copy of World 1, and I have one hand to search it, so... World 1. Then we're going to link 3 into Should have set this up better, but I didn't. You want to summon Bardiche right here. Takes up less space. So you're going to summon Bardiche, and then you're going to send your... You're going to send your Cloak to set Brigadine, and then you'll banish your Cloak to add Boots. Where's my Boots? I need a pair of Boots. And I put that in the wrong spot. Okay. So now my deck is a hot mess, so we're going to set this over here for now because we're not drawing. So then you'll activate this, summon that. You'll special your Boots that you've added to hand. You'll use your World Wand Engrave to banish to special your Harp back to field. And then you'll go into your Wee Witch. And then Longy. And then you'll set your core. Well, you're going to keep your core in hand because you want to banish your Boots to add a Fog Blade. So let's put my deck. To add a Fog Blade. So now you've got 2 traps in hand, and your opponent doesn't know. So actually, right now with this hand, you have 3 cards you can set, 2 if they have a hand trap. And then, excuse me, holy gosh. So then now you're going to link these 2 away into Big Papa Asshole, which will go here. And then all you have to do is set your 3 back row, making sure not to stack them. So your opponent, if they're playing Mac Knights, I mean, it's a horrible matchup for them, but... And now you've got 2 bombings, this guy, and a monster negate, as well as protection for your monster negate. So it's actually really powerful. And it's pretty consistent. I get this board a lot. I really do. This board is actually really easy to get to. Normally, I don't open brick like that. I think I bricked... I play tested with Michael, another one of the guys from our group. Tested with him quite a bit. And I think I've only bricked like once or twice in all the games I've used this deck in. Maybe once or twice. I've gone into some really awkward combos, and for the most part, I'm pretty fortunate. Like, most people only run, like, they only get 1 hand trap off. Like, they only open 1 hand trap. The only time that I lost to a hand trap was when they opened double Lancia, and I only had 1 called by the grave. Nothing you can do to that. But what are you going to do, right? You can't win them all. So that's it for the for the test hands. I just wanted to kind of see what was going on with the deck, and I'm always trying to improve my knowledge of how to do the combo and my consistency at doing it quickly, because I'm not trying to waste anybody's time in a tournament, which is I think the right way to do things is to not be that person that's taking 6 years to. I'm still learning my combo. I tried not to be that person at Louisville. I'm still learning how to play through some of the stuff because some of the hands are really awkward. I'm actually playtesting with this guy, Jet Synchron. Don't know. It's really popular in a lot of builds I've seen, but I don't even know. Like, Boarload Rampage or Boarload Savage Dragon is a really, really good card. That's the whole reason I'm testing it, but I don't know if I want it. And that's the whole problem with this, is that, like, if I run that, I got to run 1 for 1, but I don't want to run 1 for 1. Reasoning's better, in my opinion, because no matter what, I get the winning end of the stick. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a long test hand video. I tried to bring you guys some live content earlier, but my computer doesn't want to work with me, so what are you going to do? I look forward to talking to you guys soon. And leave your comments below and let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you soon.